Shortly after 2014's 22 Jump Street, Sony started on a venture to bring a 21 Jump Street in Men in Black crossover. Unfortunately, studio politics came in the way and they decided to release Men in Black International, which failed at the box office. What if the crossover happened? What would it have looked like? The movie, titled MIB 23 Inches, begins with Jenko and Schmidt solving a case at medical school. The station then sends them to 23 Jump Street for a test. As they step into the secret elevator, the walls begin to shimmer and change until they're surrounded by sleek, high-tech panels that takes them deep down to a secret floor. They go through a similar test to what Agent J did in the original MIB. They meet the new Agent D, which happens to be Captain Dixon himself, who reveals he was an agent this whole time. The difference here is they both passed the test equally, so only one will be chosen. They want them to complete an important mission first. They start their training and explore new weapons. Jenko, the lovable jock with a heart of gold, can't help but feel a little intimidated by the seasoned agents around him. Schmidt is already nerding out over the advanced alien technology on display. Their mission is to learn about a drug that would make humans susceptible to any suggestion and can permanently be enslaved with its use. It's believed to be of alien origin. They have to infiltrate the dealers and find the supplier. Out with Agent D, they find out that both Mr. Walters and Eric are free from prison and happen to be the dealers. They try to arrest them only to learn that Mr. Walters was an alien this whole time, in which Eric himself had no idea. They take Eric into custody and he says he doesn't know who the suppliers are, and they neuralize him. This time, instead of Schmidt having a love interest, Jenko does with a beautiful MIB agent. Schmidt takes this mission more seriously than Jenko, who doesn't think he'll make it as an agent and doesn't like the idea that only one of them would be chosen. While investigating to find the supplier, Jenko and Schmidt come across a nightclub with some aliens distributing the drug. They try to blend in with the crowd and gather information, but Jenko accidentally ingests the drug and is now completely under the influence and susceptible to suggestion. Unfortunately, things don't go their way as one of the dealers start chasing Jenko and Schmidt across the city, and Jenko somehow gets lost. On the search for Jenko, Schmidt manages to find Mr. Walters, who will reveal who is behind it all if he can finally return to his home planet. Meanwhile, we learn that Jenko's love interest is the one behind it all. She takes a drugged Jenko away on her ship for breeding and in just hours has thousands of alien hybrid babies. Schmidt, with the help of Mr. Walters and Agent D, head up to the ship and save Jenko, killing the alien agent and saving the world. Agent D tells them that since they're down an agent, both Jenko and Schmidt are now officially agents. However, Jenko decides that he wants to stay on the ship for his thousands of alien hybrid kids and that he and the ship's nurse are now in love. Schmidt's eyes stared at the alien hybrid babies, muttering, "I don't think we covered this in training." Jenko says goodbye to Schmidt as they exchange an emotional moment. In the end, the next morning, Jenko is back in his bed and he doesn't remember the last 24 hours. Jenko enters 23 Jump Street and asks Schmidt about his memory, and Schmidt says he was on that drug and that they did such a great job. They are both MIB agents. Agent D says they have a new mission, and this time it's on another planet. In the post-credits scene, we learn that as Jenko was ready to leave orbit, the ship's nurse gets eaten by the kids and they started to cannibalize each other. He was neuralized and forgot it all. They were an abomination, says Agent D. Do you think a crossover like this would have worked, or too over the top? Should they revive both franchises? Comment, like, subscribe, and thank you for watching In the Plot.